Hello, welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. The Transformers 1 trailer dropped today, and it just my two. I actually just listened to Rodimus Primal's. Welcome to the South, by the way. Uh, re- Thoughts on it, and I'm a lot like him. I'm cautiously optimistic about it, and to me, it doesn't look too bad. And seeing all the kind of organic stuff on Cybertron. So I don't do video on this channel, so you won't see the video. I might show an image that I screenshotted from from what he showed because he stopped and showed something, but they're pulling a lot, like he said, from a lot of the different shows of the IP throughout the years, and that falls in line with the end of Beast Machines. Now, Beast Machines, you either loved it or hated it. Um, was sort of a sequel to Beast Wars. I just consider it kind of a fever dream because Beast Wars was everywhere except Beast Machines was not shown in my area when it because it went to Fox. I almost said Fox News, Fox Kids, and I'm like, well, shucks. And so I couldn't watch it. I remember going online and reading the summaries on Ben Yee's page ages ago. Um, and I ended up finally buying the DVD, and I got it, and I've watched it through maybe once and a half, and it was okay. Once I finally saw it, and it finally came out on DVD, it was after the Armada trilogy, which was Transformers for Dummies. If you like the Armada, Energon, Cybertron stuff, that's great, but Starscream and all that drama and him flip flopping and dying for the Autobot cause or whatever, and Unicron taking 5 days to transform. I mean, I watched originally the first couple of episodes of Armada, and I'm like, this is Pokemon. I couldn't stand the kids. The mixture of the computer and the cartoon was just jarring, and I'm just like, I'm out. I tried a little longer than my cousin did. He watched the first episode and he's like, nope, off. And I watched maybe 3 or 5 episodes and I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, this is just made for 5 year olds. So so when I finally got to see Beast Machines on DVD after I bought it, I actually enjoyed it. Now it's not as rewatchable as Beast Wars is, but seeing that part of the trailer of, I guess it's the surface of Cybertron where they're not supposed to go, um, and seeing the again, Rodimus Primal said, "Is this a petrol rabbit?" Or rabbit or whatever, and might be, it might not be. He was saying how the people that made the Transformers One movie didn't know a whole lot about the background, and they were pulling from a lot of stuff, from what I understand. So, okay, here's my 2 cents at least. And one is that it doesn't look bad. It doesn't really look bad at all. The character models very much resemble those of the 86 movie characters that were first seen in the movie, like Cup and RC and Hot Rod, Springer a little bit, as well as some of the season 3 characters that showed up that weren't really main characters per se. That's what these characters kind of remind me of. And seeing Rodimus Primal show the video and stopping it at certain points, and I don't know how I missed, and I'll put it up here, an image of Starscream, Soundwave, and Shockwave. Now, I thought when the character that picks him up and drops him saying, y'all have to wait here for whatever, I thought that was Soundwave. Maybe he hadn't been reformatted or something yet, but maybe not. I don't know. Seeing them get their cogs was interesting, especially with the little blurb of saying, we're just lowly mining bots or whatever. We can't transform, and so they get their cogs from Alpha Trion, and and apparently made to his face is made to look like his voice actor or something. I don't know, but I don't know a lot of these newer. I know Scarlett Johansson. I'm familiar with her and Chris Helmsworth. Some of the other voice actors I'm familiar with, but they all sound fine. They all sound great. They seem to match kind of the characters they're trying to portray. So I was really concerned about that early on, seeing, oh my gosh, they picked who to voice who, but that seems okay. A little campy, which I don't mind because the G1 cartoon is really campy. And the older I get, the harder for me is it to watch. Now, I really want to rewatch the 86 movie again, and I've been slowly going through the G1 show, and I want to get to, finish season 2 to watch the movie again. And I'm going to, blare it on my TV here when no one's home, hopefully. But it's hard for me to get through it. There's some funny stuff and some like, wow, it's more a little more adult than I remembered, or it overall it's just really campy. So if a G1 enthusiasts that are complaining about the humor or Disneyfication or whatever of this might need to check the old original cartoon. Everything can't be War for Cybertron. And I will admit, I even admitted this on Facebook, how I'm glad to see some campiness back, some humor and some lightheartedness, because we saw that in the Netflix show. The first episode, that was it. And then everything was dire and death and destruction and Ultra Magnus dying, this character dying, this character dying. It was like, it kind of gets old after a while. I don't mind a few characters dying as long as it has a purpose. But and I will say this is that as campy as it starts off, I think we're going to have to see a reason for the war to start. We're going to have to see a reason for Optimus and Megatron to really hate each other, and we have to have a reason to just fear and hate Megatron. So I'm hoping that that's why I'm cautiously optimistic, like Rodimus Primal was saying, that somewhere in the middle of the movie when the Quintessons show up, because we do see Quintessons in the trailer, which is kind of cool, and maybe they're going to try to fully terraform the rest of Cybertron that's not organic into, I don't know. There might be a little bit of Beast Machine kind of ideas going on there. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But I'm kind of looking forward to it in a movie like of this caliber, despite how it seems Transformer-ish, but not very Transformer-ish, while all playing out on Cybertron. Would be best to actually see this at a theater on the big screen. My cousin and I are already talking about, he's real excited. He really liked the trailer. I liked the trailer too. After the second or third time I watched it, I did not like hearing Mustafio, the Rolling Stones or whoever, being played in the trailer. It just seemed a little too Nickelodeon for me. But other than that, and I'm hoping maybe there'll be a tribute to some of the Stan Bush music. Maybe. We probably won't see that. Who knows? Who knows? Orion Pax eventually has to turn into Optimus. Megatron has to just really turn into just the villain. So there's gotta be some more to it, and they're just showing us the surface in this little trailer. I'm a little excited. I am a little excited. I will say that. So that's all I have time for. We'll see you next time. More to come.